Welcome to Social Media Friday live here from our storefront in Millsboro, Delaware. So, welcome.
We are back on Friday. Sorry, I am wired today. My clients brought me espresso from Italy back yesterday, and today was my first cup of espresso. So I'm gonna enjoy coffee while we do our Friday. So
3 o'clock, I may be needing some of that
that's
espresso
right.
to give me a little pickup. But even though it was a short week, felt like a long week.
It was,
Because it
yeah.
was, it's not like any other business. You have a short week and you still cram the work from that missed day into it. So, you
That's
still
right.
feel like you work 5 days. But anyway, the sun's out this week. So
Now I feel like we're in the beach because the sun's coming through a palm tree, lighting us up, and the weather's starting to turn.
Nasty and rainy when we did this. So summer's coming.
That's right. Yes. So happy Friday, everyone. For those who have not tuned in before, this is our Friday Live. We do this every single week, either here in Millsboro or somewhere in the destination in the world. It could be Europe or the beach or Caribbean. Who knows where it will be? As we said last week, we have some fun locations this summer
Yes.
that you'll be tuning in from. But no, we are excited. Our American National Parks group.
Yeah.
What a
They have
12-day adventure.
They have been having a blast.
Yeah, it has been
And
so fun
all the
looking at
pictures, and our assistant Tammy's actually on the trip with them, so she's been FaceTiming us, and just, her pictures are amazing too. But just saying how everyone is just, the group is just getting along, everybody's, exchanging email addresses, making friends for people that they didn't know, and she doesn't want to come home.
That's right.
She
Yeah, I
told me
think
yesterday.
that's what she said on FaceTime yesterday. She's like, I
I
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
come
come
home.
home. I'm like, okay, you've been gone for 12 nights. That's a really good testament
Yeah.
that you are lovely. She said the hotels, in addition to all the scenery they've been seeing, the hotels are gorgeous. So
Yeah.
thank you to Colette for really bringing a quality product that, our clients are just going to want to go and go and go. So for everybody who's not there, including me, we certainly now it's on our bucket list.
Yeah, and the nice thing is we have another group that is going in September. We have another group that is going in June of next year that will be at Mount Rushmore for 4th of July. How cool is that?
Yeah.
But yeah, Tammy just she was sending me pictures of Mount Rushmore yesterday, and it was just unbelievable to see. So they come back today, and I can't wait to hear more from our clients
Yeah.
about that trip. So
And of course, they're coming back on the motor coach from Philadelphia, dropped off right at our office.
I know.
So they don't even have to drive when they get home.
you know what's crazy about that? Every morning I come in here, and I'm like, what is going on at the office? I forget that.
And everybody that comes in, we don't have a huge parking lot, but it's usually just has our cars in it. But the people who are on the group, most of them park their cars here, which is fine. But every time a client comes in, they're kind of looking around like, oh my God, can I get in?
Yeah.
And then it's just us in here. So,
Yeah.
but it is nice to be able to leave your car here and get picked up here and dropped off here. So
Yeah.
great benefit of going with a collect group with the bus service from Bethany Travel.
Yeah, so we've said it before, but June 17th, we're having a Viking cruise night at Salted Vines. We are super excited.
Yeah.
I told everyone, don't wait. Our 4 p.m. is officially closed.
Yeah.
80 people will be at the 4 p.m.
Wow.
And right now we have 52 people for the 6 p.m. So again, the 80 is the cutoff. So if you are interested in learning more about Viking, please sign up. We want to make sure we have the right head count for food and drinks and all of that. So
Yeah.
please go on there and register. It's on all of our social media pages. If you can't find the link for some reason, call in the office. We'll sign you up
Yeah.
right here in the office
Yeah.
via phone.
And we rented space, so that's why we have a cutoff, so
Yeah.
we can fit everyone in there. But it's going to be an amazing event.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and an
it
amazing
is.
location.
Yeah, and then on the next week, June 24th, again, our 4 p.m. is almost sold out for our beaches and our sandals and beaches night. We are doing that at the landing at Plantation Lakes. Again, another beautiful venue.
Yes.
It's going to be so exciting to have our team here. There'll be some folks from Sandals and Beaches in town, kind of going over why Sandals and Beaches, why we love it so much, and why our clients love it. We'll have some clients there even giving some testimonial.
Yep.
So that's going to be amazing. So, one thing we always like to do is, give you ideas about maybe you're not sure where you want to go. We get that a lot, right?
Yes.
I think every week we hear someone say, I made my appointment because I just don't know where I
don't know
want to
where to
go.
go. I don't know what to do.
So what we try to do is every week touch on some things that we have booked to maybe spark your interest or, wow, I never thought about going there or doing that. So I'll always give it to Cindy first to kind of go over what she booked. She booked some amazing things this week, and I think so did Kelly and I. It's been a short week, but a busy week.
Yeah, yeah,
Today is no
very
shy of
busy,
that
very
either.
busy.
So what are some exciting things you booked this
I've
week?
done a Celebrity Europe cruise, and then we did a pre and post so that they had 2 extra nights in Barcelona to, explore a little bit on the beginning, not have to worry about the flights, and then they're staying on the end too, give them a little time to relax. So that was on Celebrity. That was a 9 night European cruise, which was really nice. I actually work with two sisters who had been in before, and it just didn't work out. They actually put down a deposit on 2 of the 4 bedroom ocean view Butler suites at Beaches, Turks and Caicos
Yeah.
for next summer. So they have their families all ready to go. Like I said, they're going to have, hopefully we'll get them close together. But just imagine, think of it as you're renting a house in Hatteras, okay? But you're renting a 4 bedroom house, pretty much,
Yeah.
villa in Beaches, Turks and Caicos, where there's no cooking, no cleaning, no going to the grocery store, no driving, nothing like that.
Clear water.
And clear water and a beautiful beach, and your families are together. So that is going to be an amazing vacation for 16 people. So but there were only 2 left. They actually wanted Treasure Beach, but it's none left. So, this is the time to plan, and I feel like that's what I've been doing a lot of, is people planning for wintertime and next summer. And the other thing is Alaska. We just had our first clients go to Alaska for this season, and I think people talk to their friends that are going to Alaska this year, and then they're like us with the national parks, like, oh my God, I want to go.
Yeah.
So I am booking and pricing so much Alaska, and now's the time to do it because it's a short season, and that space doesn't last. So Alaska has been pretty heavy on my desk this week.
Yeah, and I would say I booked one Alaska as well, so it's been pretty busy for me. I booked some sandals, Curacao. I booked 2 Viking cruises this week, and then I think my favorite one I did was it's a family of 5. They're all relatives, and they're doing a 10-day custom Italy trip. Starting in Naples and working their way up to Florence because their other relative is getting married in Florence. So they're kind of building their trip around their relative's wedding. So which is really cool to kind of help them plan. If they're going over there, save the flight.
Yeah.
And book that custom trip. So they're amazing 5 people. They're
Yeah.
so much fun to plan with.
Yeah. And that's the thing, we love our clients.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
we have a great time. We've made lasting relationships. It's just people come in here and it's just a happy, we're just excited to book their vacation. So you come in here, you just start getting that vacation vibe.
That's right. Yeah. So that was a lot.
It was. We just go off script.
Yeah, off script a little bit. One thing that I do want to touch on though, because we get asked a lot, at least I know I do, is what are the biggest trends we see? It kind of goes side by side of what we
Yeah.
booked this week, but what are some of the biggest trends we see in travel and what are people asking about, destinations and I know I personally have been asked about like Fiji, Bora Bora, and Australia a lot, and actually had 3 conversations about African safaris yesterday.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask you, maybe from what you read online and what we see here in travel and what you get emailed, because you get emailed tons of inquiries a day. What are some of the trends that you maybe see in the travel business and travel world right now of maybe people looking to do?
Mine are pretty, I mean, what I see is just a lot of family travel, a lot of destination weddings, and I think that's a topic for a whole nother segment
Yeah.
someday, because there's a lot of ideas on that. But just family travel or couples travel. A lot of people move down here to the beach. So they've moved, out of New Jersey or Pennsylvania or Maryland or something. So they move down here. They live in these beautiful communities
Yeah.
where they meet a lot of new people, and then they've got these bucket lists. So I think a lot of people are just, while their health is good, you gotta have the health, you gotta have the time. So being retired does help with those longer bucket list trips. But I think that's what I'm seeing the trend is people are thinking, don't wait. I mean, don't wait, go while your health and your time and you've got the money. I mean, just take the trip.
Yeah, I think I would agree. I think it's, I do think the community and group travel is so popular.
Yes.
And groups not meaning, it's very odd or kind of not odd, but it's interesting that we have 30 to 40 people on our
Mhm.
groups, but a group could be two, three couples, right?
Yeah.
And I think the more people are moving into these neighborhoods,
Yeah.
meeting friends, realizing, wait, you like Viking too, or you like sandals?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you go with
Why
us
don't we
next
go
year?
together? Yeah.
Yeah. So now I really do think that is going to be a trend for probably the next maybe 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of because that's what the wave is.
Yeah.
It's usually a 2 year thing. Is group travel and traveling with the people that you want to travel
Yes.
with, because there's nothing better for us to travel with. We love traveling.
Oh, yeah.
Together. We love traveling with our family. We travel with my parents and my cousins, and we travel now. Even though we're younger, we travel. We're going in February with 4 of our best friends and my cousins. So it's like, it's one of those things. I really think that group travel and the family and multi-generational travel is going to be definitely, because you don't know what tomorrow brings.
No, and like people just realize it, and it's out of our control, but you just hear about it all the time. Like for short, I had a new client from last year. I did a group in the peninsula, just a group of friends, like 6 cabins on a princess cruise. And he emailed me and he said, "Oh my God, we had such a blast. Now we want to go to an island." So, and the thing is, you can come to our office, or if you have a group that wants us to come to you, we'll come to you. Like I said, we love to spread the word around about Bethany travel. People move down here, not everybody knows us, and that's that. We want to fix that. So, it doesn't make us mad. So we do a lot of advertising. You can't turn on the radio station and not hear my voice. So, but like I said, we might help you with. It may not be our group list, but it could be your group travel. Could be 4 couples. Could be 6 couples. Could be. Let us know what your group's looking to do. We're going to take all the work out of it for you because you're just going to tell us what you want. We're going to talk to everyone. We're going to collect the names and the dates of birth and the credit card numbers and make sure the final payments and everything gets done. So you just have to come up with the idea. We'll take care of the rest.
That's right. Yeah. So that was a lot of information. I really like that segment today, and I think it brought a lot of that value. One thing that you're going to be seeing is we are pumping out a lot of information on our social media. So if there is something that maybe you missed, just go back in our search history or scroll down on our feed, because there's something posted probably once, twice, 3 times a day on all of our platforms that we don't want you to miss. But just stay tuned, because it's going to keep coming, and we're going to keep providing as much value and much information as possible, because a lot of people are looking to travel.
I keep having ideas popping in my head, but our little listeners, I know we have some that watches every single Friday, and I thank you. But if you think of something, or maybe you and your friends think, hey, how does this work? Or why do you do it this way? Or, what's the best way to do this? Let us know. I mean, we love coming up with these ideas, and I just say all the time, Brandon, hey, I think we should do something on this. And then he, comes up with the back, he does the videos and stuff. But there's just a lot of stuff that I think people like to find out, and we have the knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll sign off here on this beautiful Friday. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. Yeah, enjoy the weather. Get outside. We did last week, so
we loved it. It was amazing.
Exactly. So, but we'll sign off as always.
Thank you very much for looking.
Bethany Travels for booking. Thanks, everybody.
Have a great weekend.